Hello.
Hey YouTube. So, I'm not going to put that there. This is an update from our last ultrasound, which was on Monday, right before our Insem.
Oh, come on, man.
Anyway, so first of all, my honey cut my hair today. She's a barber, and it was really damaged, so she cut it, and I really love it. So that's out of the way. Anyway, so we did go in and have our Insem on Monday the
22nd.
No, Tuesday the 9th of September. Our last ultrasound was Monday on the 8th, and we told you guys that she had 3 follicles on the right that were 19, 18, and 8 millimeters. And then she had one on the left that was 17 millimeters, and that her endometrium was at 13.
I thought you said we had a test on her. That's why I said the 22nd.
Oh, well, I don't know. I don't know what I said. The Insem was on the 9th of September. We'll get to that later. So anyways, that is what we had going on that Monday, and we triggered at 3:50 p.m. on Monday, September 8th. So that following day, on Tuesday, we went and had our Insem. We had to get there at 9. We had to be there at 9. So we sat in the waiting room, and we waited and waited and waited, and we waited some more.
It took a nap, too.
She's always sleepy. Pregnant or not. So
I'm just more sleepier now. Like, I'd be ready to take a nap.
So, anyways, we got called into the room. I'm not really sure what time we actually got called into the room, but I know we did have the Insem at about 10:40. That was another thing I forgot to put in my notes. When they came in, they told us that we had 23 million motile sperm. I remember saying something to you guys about us not being able to do the gender selection because the andrologist said that we had to have 20 million motile sperm, and that we only had about 10 to 15 or 15 to 20 million. I think it was 10 to 15. And so if we were to do the gender selection, we'd lose a great percentage of it, and it wouldn't be enough to do an Insem. So we ended up with 23 million, which was more than enough to do the gender selection after all, but it's okay.
Being washed.
Right. It normally, because we did an ICI vial, and normally once you do that and the clinic washes it, the amount of sperm goes up, which is what I was kind of banking on. But nonetheless, it's fine. So we did our Insem on September 9th at 10:40-ish. And so we said that we were going to do a 2-week wait video. Life happened, and we didn't get to it. So we're out of our 2-week wait, but we still wanted to come and, put on some of... I'm sorry, that's my phone. Put on some of the symptoms and everything that she had during the 2-week wait. So... on 8DPO, she had very, very, very extremely tender breasts and nipples. Was it just the nipples?
Both.
Breasts and nipples. So, yeah. So we were thinking, she told me that they weren't always that sensitive. You said they don't really get sensitive before her cycle. Occasionally they did, she said, but
never. A couple years ago, not in the last 2 or 3 years. Yeah,
and never that sensitive and tender and everything. So we were thinking, hey, yeah, that sounds good. It might be a sign of pregnancy. So, anyway, the remainder of her symptoms were she was a little bit bloated. That's my phone again, I'm sorry. Sleep deprivation, fatigue, decreased appetite. This one can eat. So, for her to take a few bites out of something and then be like, oh, yeah, I'm so full, I'm so stuffed, I can't eat anymore.
My problem is I eat too fast, which causes me to eat way more. So, I be in a rush. I be trying to get done, get in, get out, be gone. And I got time to be playing around with the food.
Yeah, she can eat. So, for her to be like, yeah, I'm so full, I just can't. And I'm looking at her like, wow, you didn't even really touch it. that was a little weird for me. So I was like, hopefully something's going on in there. So she had a really bad rash, like over here and over here on her face, and she breaks out, but this was like she got into poison ivy or something type breakout on her face on both sides. It was really bad, and she was really red, and it was really swollen, really itchy. So that was another thing. One day she noted that she was a little bit dizzy. She had some backache situations going on. One day she was nauseous. She had some cramps on about 3 or 4 days that I think I noted in Fertility Friend. And that's your phone.
Nobody call me.
She had an increased amount of times a day she would need to go to the bathroom.
Yes. Very aggravating.
Heartburn and irritability. Now, one thing about Mimi, I'm normally the one, and it's not really bad. I've gotten a lot better with it. I'm normally the one who can get a little bit irritable and lack a little bit of patience. She never does that. Like, never. She would have to be, like, pretty much pissed off to the T to do that. There were so many days when she was very, very irritable and snappy with me, and I had to just sit here and remember, hey, it's got to be these hormones. So I was like, yeah, you know, that's kind of like a symptom that is really making me feel like she's got something going on here inside. So the days that we tested, we did test the HCG out of her system fairly soon. I think it was like day 3 or 4 past ovulation when we used the pregnancy test, and there was no indication of it still being in her system. So I've read of some women getting very early positive, so we wanted to check periodically to see if she could get a positive. So we started on 8 DPO, and it was negative, and we were fine because that was pretty early. And then again on 10 DPO, and once again we were fine because that was still kind of early. We tested again on 11 DPO. Now, on 8 DPO, it wasn't fresh morning urine. I think on days 10 and 11 it was.
Just 11.
Okay, so on just day 11 it was, and we got a negative. So that was pretty discouraging. I mean, I knew it was still kind of early, but I just was really bummed by that. So I think 11 DPO, I can't remember what day of the week it was. I think it was like a Saturday. So I was like, you know, babe, I think we should just wait until like Monday or Tuesday and test. I really wanted her to wait until Tuesday because I wanted to know for sure that if we got a negative, it was more so realistic than the earlier test. I just couldn't handle the negative anymore. It's just too discouraging for me. So I said, you know, babe, I think we should wait until Tuesday. So she has to get up at about 6 in the mornings to go to work. So Monday, I was sleeping, and I sleep very light. So I heard her getting up, and I thought I heard her getting a pregnancy test, but I was like, I'm tripping. We decided on Tuesday. So she went into the bathroom, and I was checking on we have a new puppy, by the way. So I was checking on our puppy, and I heard her come in the room, and she was immediately smiling. She has this one smile that's kind of like a dead giveaway. She did that. So I was like, what? So this is Reese, my Yorkie pup. She's 4 months today. Say hi. She was sleeping, so she's not really energetic right now. So, she came into the room smiling, and I can't remember what my exact words were, but I think I was like, what is it? And she...
You was like, you tested, didn't you? I was like, He's like, you tested. I was like, you want to see? He was like, no. I said, you gonna want to look. So I gave her the test.
Right. So we took a dollar store cheapie. If I show it to you guys, it won't be able to show because it's too old. I took pictures, but we don't have an editing system yet, so I can't like edit them into this video, which really sucks. So I'm gonna see if I can do it in a later video, if it even still matters to me. So I'm gonna do it. So, she showed me the Dollar Tree cheapie, and it had a very, very faint positive. But mind you, all the other days that we did test, and I thought I saw something, There was absolutely nothing there. You could turn it any kind of way. I put it in a negative in my camera. There was nothing there. With this test, you could hold it down, hold it up, upside down, backwards. Put it on negative. I saw a line. It was a very faint line. It wasn't as dark as a control line, but it was a line. So I was like, yeah, I think we're definitely pregnant. This was about 6 in the morning. So I waited until 7 or 7:30, and I called our clinic.
It took 2 more.
I'm getting to that.
Oh.
I always call because she just doesn't. So I called the clinic, sadly, pretending to be her. Our nurse was like, oh, yeah, this is really great. And is this the time where she was like, it's early? Yeah, she was like, oh, yeah, this is really great. It's so early. You know, normally, you know, people have to do more than one cycle to get pregnant. This is really fast. That's so great. Congratulations. So I'm going to send you in for blood work. So she said, if you want the results today, of course, you can go onto a LabCorp or a Quest this morning, and you'll have the results by the end of the day. So she faxed the order over to, I think it was just our hospital. She faxed it to our hospital, which we had to end up changing. I'll get into that later. So she went back to sleep. So when we woke up, I think it was about 9. So then we took a first response and a clear blue. Within minutes, they both came up positive, which is very exciting. So I think I made a video about us on the way actually to get the blood results on Monday. To get the blood test on Monday, and I think I'm going to post that after this, so you might hear like repetitive information, but nonetheless. So we went in Monday to get our blood results, our blood testing done, and yeah, we ended up being pregnant. The HCG for that day was a 57, and that was 13 DPO that we got our big fat positive. And they didn't, for some reason, get the estrogen and progesterone numbers that day. I guess she got them a couple days later. She never really told us. So Wednesday, of course, that morning we had to go in again to get our second beta done, and the number for that was 121, which she said was a great doubling number. She said that she wasn't concerned about us having ectopic because the numbers normally don't double. So that was good. And she did tell us that the progesterone, I think for Wednesday, was 26 and the estrogen was 500. So she said that there was a pretty good chance that, of course, we will have a pregnancy that will progress. So I think that's about it for this video. We're super excited. I can't really remember if that, I think that was 3 weeks and 6 days that we found out we were pregnant. Her days turn over on Tuesdays, and today is September 30th, so we are officially 5 weeks pregnant today. So we've known for about a week and a day that we're pregnant. So we're gonna, oh, and the symptoms that I did mention in the vlog previously earlier on were the symptoms that she had for week 4. So we pretty much kind of just did our 4-week pregnancy video vlog in this video. So that's our little update for week 4. So our next vlog will be our 5-week pregnant vlog, which I'm pretty sure probably won't change much because well, it just really doesn't. So that's it for this video, and we'll see you guys on the next video.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.